Come in. Mr. Shia.
Hey.
Have a seat.
Hey, man.
Come on in, bud. Yeah, you could grab that mic. But, you've been here for a while, so
Yeah.
I
wore
think
house shoes.
you did.
Is that all right?
You think, that's fine, dude.
Okay.
It's not a big deal.
I'm comfortable.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, dude. So, as we do a 60-day probation period here.
Mm-hmm.
You've reached that, so congratulations. Good
Thanks.
job.
Thanks, man.
Give yourself a pat on the back.
Thank you.
No, give yourself a pat on the back.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, literally.
Yeah. Are you happy with your current role here at Slobs Studios?
Yes.
Elaborate?
And no. It could be better.
Hold on.
And
Hold on. Okay, go ahead. Huh?
was that?
No, you're good. Keep going. It's just notes for myself, Next question. What accomplishments this quarter are you most proud of?
Oh, God. In regards to the pod?
You probably don't have a lot, so we'll just skip to the next question. Overall, what would you rate your performance there?
Out of what?
Let's do 1 out of 5.
Oh, 5.
Let's do A through F.
A through F?
Yeah, grade wise.
Oh, would I give myself a 5?
Yeah.
Like a C plus, B minus.
Interesting. That sounds very close to what I was thinking. Same thing. So it's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lastly, how bad do you want a promotion, dude? How bad do you want a promotion?
What do you mean? Is that? What's it?
Turn the camera off. How bad do you want a promotion, dude?
Oh, like to blow you?
Yeah.
Off camera?
Off camera. Yeah, it's not recording.
What? How big of a promotion? Oh no!
Good thing the drink wasn't there.
I know.
Hopefully we were recording that whole time.
We might not have been.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Slob on the Pod. I'm your host, Jordan Tondo. To my left, the Grizzly Bear himself, Emil Shia.
Hey.
Everybody, my chode host.
Here I am.
What's up, bud?
All performance reviewed up.
You're good. You did
I'm
good.
good for another 60 days.
You're good for another 6 days, bud. Chill.
6.
Yeah, that was a terrible review.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
But
I didn't really prepare for it.
I want to say
I've been drinking.
first and foremost, yeah, it's probably a bad thing too. Cheers on that. First and foremost, everybody, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas,
Happy New Year.
Happy Holidays. We're late on this episode. We should have done this before the year,
We should have.
but we're pieces of shit. But hey, it's in the name.
We're family,
We're
man.
slobs.
We got kids. We have significant others. We had places to go. Parties to pretend to enjoy.
Yeah, dude. And like, as a person that runs this, as I would say I'm the CEO,
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to give my people time off. I'm not a piece of shit. I'm not gonna make us work on Christmas. You know what I'm saying? That's why.
I do none of those things I said I do in the review, by the way. None of them. That's all Jordan. To clarify.
I'm gonna cut the whole interview. That way, they're just like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" I'm just gonna make you look dumb. Like this guy's fucking on drugs.
Whoa, this dude's an asshole.
But yeah, I just want to say thank you guys, everyone that's listened up until this point. This has been awesome. 2024 is coming.
It's here.
It's here, dude. I mean, it's here. Yeah, technically, yeah, it's here.
Yeah.
Today's what? Tuesday. Wednesday. Today's Wednesday.
Wednesday the 3rd.
So on Friday the 5th, this episode will be out. And hopefully you guys are listening and watching. And if you guys listen to this episode not on the 5th, but that's because that's when it came out, then I apologize. And you guys can call me out on that.
Yeah.
And Emil will shave his beard.
I won't.
Yes, he will.
You don't want to see what's all under here, baby.
We've seen.
I've done it. It's not good. Yeah.
We like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I had a question for you.
Tell me.
Did you grow up at a time when teachers were beating kids? I don't know your time period, and I don't know when they stopped that.
No, yeah, I'm old. They weren't beating kids. It was like the early 90s, but I used to get in trouble a lot and sent out of class a lot, and they were still talking about it. Like I remember my principal had a paddle in his office hung up, and I remember him being like, all I have to do is talk to your parents and get permission. I could break that thing back out. Like, and he was fucking around. Like he couldn't have. It was past the point where they could paddle kids, and no parent's going to be like, yeah, I hit my kid. My dad might have, but they were still like, right now you couldn't even pretend like I hang a paddle in my office just in case.
Oh no,
No,
definitely not.
So it was like, it was after it, but it was still like they were talking about it and glorifying it and being like, you fuck around enough, dude, we'll bring it back.
Dude, I think that's insane that was even like a thing at one point, that like parents
like paddling kids.
Yeah, well, I don't even know. So when it first started, was it just like teachers were like, "This is what we do here," or was it like, "We'll do it if your parents sign, if they allow us to beat you"?
I have no idea, but not too long ago, I would imagine all the parents were like, "Yeah,
beat him,
light him up. Like if he's being an ass, light him up."
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, I didn't even think about this. I've seen this, I saw this documentary literally yesterday on Netflix. I think it was like Camp Hell or something. Oh fuck, I gotta look it up. Pretty much, let me look at the name first.
Is the audio recording?
Yeah, that red light's on above the red dot, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, then we're recording. I know. You fucking scared me for a second.
I was just watching earlier, and I was trying to figure out what meant what, and I got nothing.
Oh, okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, so I saw this Netflix documentary, right? It's called Hell Camp Teen Nightmare.
Okay.
So real quick, pretty much what it is this retired guy that was in the Air Force started this program where he would get like troubled kids. Mm-hmm. So like your parents could send you like against your will. They would sign like your rights, the kids' rights over to them. Have you heard about this?
Similar things, but yeah.
Okay. So he started this camp in like what was it, Utah? Yeah, it was in like the deserts of like Utah or some shit. And everything was fine. Like when I watched it, like the first 20, 30 minutes, I was like, I get this. And this also took place like, I think it was like 1988, 1980 when it started or something like that. It was like around that time. So this was that time when who was it? JFK and what's his girl's name?
Jacqueline?
Was it
Jackie?
I don't know. One of the first ladies, she was her thing was against like drugs and guns and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so it was around that time. So they were like, this was when like the kids were they were like, oh yeah, my kid's on drugs and all this stuff. And like this was like kids were like breaking into people's houses, like just like very, very bad kids. Like not like, oh, like they come home late. No, these are like kids doing drugs and stuff. And also these are kids that are like depressed. So for some reason, instead of sending them to like a psychiatrist or like somewhere better, they would send them to these camps. And at these camps is this other guy that was also in the Air Force. So they're like military guys. They run it military style. First off, they like break into your house. Your parents know this is going to happen because they break into your house. They steal your kid. They say, get up, we're taking you. They throw you in a van. This was one of the girls. And then she got to the airport. They put her on a private jet to Utah. She started this program, and then it was just like it was like I remember going to basic. It was the same thing. All these cars line up, all these kids are on the back of like trucks and vans, and like get the fuck out, get over there. And these are like kids that don't know what they're getting themselves into at all. Like it's fucking crazy. So they're doing all that stuff, and everything seems pretty fine. Like there is weird shit. Like they have to hike certain amount of miles to get like food. Like they don't shower. They don't. It's not like clean. Like they don't stay clean. Like it's just living out in the woods, mm-hmm. and it's just punishment. But also, like, they're, like, telling them, like, you know, this is all your fault. Like, if you were better to your mom or you're better, you know, in school, then you wouldn't be here right now. And, like, kids would start crying. And they'd be like, it's too fucking late to be crying right now. Like, you're here now. Mm. And so, like, and they showed, like, there's people that went through the program and they came out better. Like, and a lot of the kids ended up liking it. Some of the kids even got jobs there, like, as later on to be, like, staff and stuff, which that became a whole fucking thing itself. But then they had, like, two incidents. One, a kid got like dragged through the dirt because he was just like, fuck this. Like, I'm done doing this. I don't want to hike anymore. Mm. And they're like, dude, get up. And they're like, no. So they fucking tied his legs and his hands together and dragged him. I don't know how many yards or how many miles, but like that was the first call the sheriffs had got. And that's when they got notified of this whole program. The dude had like 80 cuts and slashes all over his back. And he was off. And this was a 15-year-old kid. Like they started between like 15 to like 16, like 15 to 17. It was very young. It's fucking weird. And like, so that was the first one. Then there was like a girl. There's more to this. I'm not giving anything away. Mm-hmm. Then the other one, there was like a girl and she ends up dying from like heat exhaustion. And like that one, they tried being like, well, it was natural causes because it was because she was out in the heat, but it was also their fault because all the staff wasn't trained for like heat exhaustion. So they're like, well, that's your fault. So then this guy becomes like a piece of shit and like he already gets in trouble for that, but he gets away with that. Doesn't have to go to prison. Somehow he wins that. And then like everyone's like, oh, you think this guy would go into hiding or something? But no, he ends up finding another place where he tries making the same program. That one gets shut, and he just keeps going around until he ends up going like fucking different countries, and it just gets real fucking weird.
This was in the 60s?
No. Let me check. What is
JFK.
I could check right here. I could be wrong. I just see presidents, and you know. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it says 1988.
Oh, Ronald Reagan.
In the 80s. Yeah. Nancy. Here we go.
Nancy Reagan, yeah.
Yeah, Nancy Reagan launched her anti-drugs, Just Say No campaign geared toward children. Yeah. So, and I guess that was like a time when they were like, I don't know why, but kids are really bad right now. So it was like everyone's kid was like pretty much bad. Mm-hmm. But yeah. So, and then obviously like some of the parents didn't make it, or some of the parents, like the kids they sent over there ended up like dying. So like it got worse, and it all started because Paris Hilton, she was sent to one of these camps, and so now years later, she's like, well, I have money, I'm famous, so I'm gonna make like a campaign for it.
Well, she had money before.
Yeah, but she's mature now.
Yeah,
she's old. You know what I'm saying? So she wanted to be like an advocate or like a person, in charge of this, because after she did that, then of course all these other kids came out, and that's when they made the documentary. But
what's it called?
Hell Camp
on Netflix.
Yeah, Hell Camp Teen Nightmare.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you definitely should. It's like an hour and a half.
Because I remember like the Scared Straight shit that they would air on like ABC or NBC or whatever, one of these like cable channels. Every once in a while, they would air like a Scared Straight special, and that was just like kids that were getting into trouble a lot in their high schools, touring like prisons, and then prison guys would be like, "I'll fuck you, you be my bitch in here, you little bitch," and it was just like that, and the kids would just roll their eyes and it'd be over. But this sounds way more gangster, like they were fucking killing motherfuckers.
Yeah, and like I said, you got to watch more, because then they went from like I said, they started going to different countries, and then they said like towards the end, they like the words come up when it's like when it's over, and it was saying that there's people now that once they find out about this program, then obviously they all got canceled, but they're like they started making more copycats. So like there's people obviously that are like, no, I agree with what they were doing, and we should have more of that, and they start their own and. Dude, it's just bad. But like I said, when you watch it, like it took me a good like 30 or 40 minutes where I was like, I don't see the problem here. Yeah. Like if these kids are as bad as they say,
fuck them up a little bit.
Fuck them up, dude. Like and you know what? I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here. But I saw it where like some of these guys, they even said like it was either this or they go to jail, or this or they join the military. And let me tell you this. If they went through that, it's like I think it was like a 60-day program. If at 60 days you were still bad, like they would keep you longer. But for the most part, 60 days was what it was. But if you told me that I had to go through a 60-day program, or not told me, but like I had to go through it, and then it changed me into a better person, or made me realize like, bro, I am a fucking piece of shit. I need to straighten up. Without having to join the military, then I would have done that, because I pretty much did that for basic training, and then I was like, yeah, you did that, but then now you have to stay here for 3 years, like on contract. A lot of those kids, luckily they straightened out before it got to that point where they were like, fuck, I gotta go.
You felt like most of your benefit from what formed you as like a man came from basic versus the other 3.5 years or whatever?
What do you mean 3.5 years?
Or the 3 years that you had to do after, how you're saying like, I would have got this. You're talking about basic training, right?
Yeah.
So basic training, you're saying everything that you feel like you benefited from the military, you got out of basic training?
Yeah.
You didn't get any other benefit long term from the other 3 years at all.
What do you mean other 3 years?
Like
I don't know if I'm too high.
Like you're saying you did 3 more years after. Did you not just say that? You said you go through it and then you're like stuck here for another 3 years.
Oh, I'm saying like your first term is at least 3 years. So you would go through this.
So what I'm saying is, did you get everything that you feel like you gained by experiencing that, it all came from basic.
No.
Yeah.
But this is also me playing devil's advocate, so I'm trying here. All right, buddy.
Yeah, no,
I'm trying to take a different angle.
As your friend, I'm asking because
Thank you, man.
now
I
I'm
appreciate
sad that you might have wasted 3 years.
No, I'm just kidding. No, okay. Realistically, no, man. Like, of course, I didn't get really anything from basic. I'm more of a hands-on kind of guy. So once I got to my unit and I learned exactly what I'm doing, that's where I really got stuff out of it.
Yeah.
And then just like everything else came when I was really in the military. The basic training part was like a small portion of it.
So you wouldn't have, I know you're playing devil's advocate. So you're saying you would have chose something like the hell camp, but like
not chose.
Yeah.
But I'm saying because a lot of these were like I said, the first girl you like hear the story, she got in trouble. Like I think she got sent to like jail, so her parents got her out. And she's like, I went to bed and then I expected the morning to wake up and go to school. She was like, I was awoken at 4 a.m. So like, she didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
And so I'm saying is and she went through the program and she was one of the successful ones. She came out and she was like, yeah, I fucking hated it. I don't think they treated us right, but and they make them explain like, were you a piece of shit? You know what I'm saying? They're like, yeah, I was bad. So you kind of, you feel for them, but you're like, they were pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And like I said, these aren't kids that are just staying out late.
Yeah.
Or, getting into fights at school. Like they're getting into fights. They're doing drugs. These kids are doing meth. They're drinking. They're stealing from their parents. They're beating up their parents.
I get it. Because like even when you were asking like if there was paddling and stuff when I was in elementary school, and no, there wasn't. But like if they would pull me out of class, make me stay outside alone, take me into the office, be like, hey man, if I could beat the shit out of you, I would. Like all that, I was being disruptive and I was not listening. I'm not saying it's okay or not okay, but I don't like personally. It didn't like scar me or make me go like, oh, they talked to me like I was interrupting the class. I was interrupting the class. Mm-hmm. Like I was bad. So I get what you're saying and where you're coming from with like they were pieces of shit though.
Yeah,
like they were pretty bad. And obviously, the worse the kid is, the more extreme you have to be to like correct it or discipline them. But there's always going to be a thin line. Like no kid should have died doing that.
No, obviously. Yes.
But like they were just like balls to the wall. No one had done anything like that. So it was like you learn on the fly, and some kids die.
Well, and you know what? And I think that's what got me through basic training was I was like, because I'm not going to lie. Like, I mean, I love my dad. He's a cool guy. We all know him. But like, I did get beat. He'd spank me and stuff. And so when I was in the military, I was like, and I know for sure, like at the time I'm sorry, you old fucks. But I joined at a time where like they couldn't hit you. They could make you run. They could make you do push-ups. They could do all this other shit, but they couldn't hit you. They couldn't put hands on you. So when I was in basic training, I was like, well, I mean, it was easy for me because I was like, they can't hit me. You know what I'm saying? I grew up getting hit and stuff. So you
would have been the kid that laid there and been like, I'm not running anymore. And they would have dragged you.
No, because I was like spanked growing up and because the way my dad taught me, I went in there just like, dude, basic training was easy for me. And it's easy for anyone. All you got to do is do what you're told. It's funny. There would be so many times where like, kids would get in trouble for the stupidest shit. They would literally tell you, walk through that door. And the fucking guy would just stand there. Mm-hmm. But it's just like people are just, they get so like, oh, like so much is going on. They're just like, oh, you know what I'm saying? And I get it, because there's times where like they tell you like, they ask you a question, you try to answer and they yell at you like, don't fucking speak. It's very confusing. So I get it. But it's just like some of the simplest stuff. Like it's really just as easy as just like follow the rules. What they tell you to do that. Be in the uniform you're supposed to be in. And that's it. And so like I was like, well, I grew up doing that, and if I didn't do it, then I'd get hit. Here, if I don't do it, they make me run. They make me do push-ups, which I'm not gonna. No, it did hurt. Those did hurt, but I'm like, I just do it until they tell me to stop. But I'm not physically getting beat up. I'm not getting punched. I'm not getting assaulted. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
So I was just like, it was easy for me. So I think I'm more of on the side where I'm not saying. Oh, and by the way, I'm not saying I'm gonna hit my kid. By no means am I gonna hit my kid. I can't hit my kid.
I'll hit him.
No, dude, I'm telling you, like, I can't do it. My girl can do it. If she wants to, that's on her, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. I know a lot of people are going to have shit, but like, I think there's a way, and I could be wrong.
I don't think anyone's going to give you shit for not hitting your kid.
No, No.
Your parents.
No. There are people that are like, no, some of these kids need a good smacking.
Yeah.
And I'm talking people our age, yours and mine. There are people out there. I've heard it. I know people my age, maybe younger, that are like, no, I hit my kids. And they're like, they're not like the best people, but.
Like I won't hit them, but I will snatch them up if they're being extremely. I mean, they don't anymore. They're 9 and 6. Like they're pretty. We just talk now and get the points across. But like when they were younger and they didn't think there were consequences and stuff like that, I'd have to like, what are you doing? You know, like express anger in some way, not by hitting them, not by like, I will yell now if I say something 100 times, but like then it was like,
would you do like an arm squeeze
or
like a pinch or something?
No, not an arm squeeze or a pinch. Maybe like a firm grip, like nothing that's gonna hurt. But just like, I'm here and you need to start listening.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason why I said this thing 100 times. And now I'm letting you know that like it's this serious.
Yeah.
And that works. That works. I think like far too often back in the day, it just went straight to like, I told you twice, fucking pop. You know what I mean? And that's crazy.
Dude.
I agree that
My dad used to say, I shouldn't have to ask you more than once.
Yeah.
So mine was like, huh? Boom. Yeah. And it was, and like I said, I'm
older than you. I know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know for sure. I've been around a lot of that old school, like as a child, I heard like, if you use your brain, like this wouldn't have happened if you would have just fucking thought. And I'm like, bro, my brain's nowhere near developed. You got to tell me these things.
Yeah.
You got to teach me. You got to have a little patience. So I get that that's like the far extreme. But like to go all the way to like, obviously, I agree. Don't hit your kid. But don't get so like into the mindset of kids are going to be kids that there's zero consequences for some pretty shitty behavior because they don't know.
Yes.
You got to teach them. So either be extremely patient, and if you're like, I'm not impatient and I'm not crazy patient. I'm somewhere in the middle. So when I hit my limit, it's time to let you know, like, in the most appropriate way, you fucked up.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, there's no, you don't go beyond that because that's not okay.
No, yeah. No, and I totally agree with that. And let me tell you this. I'm not saying I'm 100% like don't hit your kids. I'm saying I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And I'm also saying I know some kids, and I know there's kids out there that some do need a fucking beating.
Well,
and by all means, if you believe in that, and if that's what works for you, then do it. But I'm not. But you know what I'm saying. But I wouldn't do it. Like that camp. I understand why everyone would send their kids to it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't send my kids to it. I'd be like, no, it's starting with me. I think
Sure.
I gotta work my ways.
Responsible, yeah.
So that's where I'm getting at with the whole camp thing. Like, but I do agree. Some of them fucking kids didn't need to be there. And I'm sorry, a couple died, but fucking maybe the rest were like, fuck, we better really straighten up. Without it being.
I don't want to be murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and dude, one guy even said, the guy that got dragged, he was like, he pretty much did what I did. He was like, everything was fine. He's like, I knew they couldn't hit me. I knew, so he's like, I was like, I'm not going to do this anymore.
Yeah.
And he got dragged, and he was like, oh, fuck. He's like, oh, fuck.
I was selling mushrooms in my middle school, and now fucking Timmy got murdered. I'll start paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm sorry, but you were saying.
That's it.
I just wanted to save myself because, like I said, I do agree. There are.
And I am comfortable saying, like, no one should hit their kid.
Yeah.
You know, like, I know you said you're not saying 100%, but like,
Am I contradicting myself?
Like, no, I'm saying me personally, I think like, I'm okay with saying don't hit kids.
We can agree to disagree, people.
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing?
No.
Oh, are you agreeing with me?
What I am saying is, don't do nothing. That's it. Just don't do nothing. Like, don't be like, he's a kid, man. He'll get over it. Like, you got to teach him.
Oh.
So whatever your style is, if you can be just pure patient, dope. More power to you. If you can be a little bit patient and then lose your shit, but that's how you let them know that like we're correcting the shit, do that. But I'm okay saying no hitting at all.
Yeah. So yeah, in raising kids, there is no 0 to 100. There's things in between where you can be a little, you can be 50-50. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you can do this very hard scolding, but also be very loving. I get what you're saying.
And it sounds like that's what the camp was trying to do, but only, you know, you got to crack a couple eggs to make an omelet, I guess.
Yeah, dude. You got to kill a couple kids.
You got to kill a couple teens.
But yeah, so I was just very interested in that.
Yeah.
Also, my dad always talks about like, because my dad grew up where they were like, he was like, I got beat, I think he said like 5th grade
At school.
It sometimes in front of class, like get up here, like, but he would say, he was like, you know, it was because I was like talking or I kept making someone laugh when
was this at like a Catholic school or like a public school?
No, dude, this was like here in Yuma, like I think like 4th Ave or something.
Oh.
He went to Yuma High. So he probably went to 4th Ave. So yeah, and he went from like I want to say, I think he said he got beat from like 5th to like maybe even like freshman year or some crazy shit like that.
Damn.
Imagine being like trying to be cool in high school.
Yeah, like I get boners now. You can't just spank me
in front of my crush.
In front of my crush.
You know how that would.
I just had Boone's Farm for the first time last night.
And now you're like friends are just clowning on you because you just got your ass spanked.
Yeah.
By fucking some 78-year-old science teacher. That's like, I'd have to switch schools, dude. I'm not getting spanked in front of my class.
Or shoot it up. No, they weren't doing that back then.
I wish I had sunglasses. Yeah, dude, shoot it up. Dude, I swear, yes.
They weren't doing that back then.
Yes, dude, this is a good one.
Yeah.
Should we bring in our new segment?
Sure.
Devil's Advocate?
Yeah.
Are we calling it that?
Well, yeah.
Guys, we have a new segment. It's called Devil's Advocate.
Yeah.
Pretty much, do you want to explain the
we just pick an unpopular stance and ride it till the wheels fall off.
Yes. So, for example, we are talking about...
We should bring back beating the shit out of kids at school. Because when they were doing that...
Oh.
What?
No, you explain yours and I'll explain mine. Because I had a very different one, but you go ahead. I want to hear this.
At least when they were spanking kids at school, kids weren't shooting it up. Now we're not allowed to put hands on kids, and there's a school shooting every 3 days. Which, I don't know. There hasn't been one in like a couple weeks. Pretty good. Did I jinx it?
Oh, shit. Or did we predict the future? I'm a half glass full kind of guy.
Oh, no.
So, okay. I get that one. Wait, say it again. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't make me say it again.
One more time.
Bring back spanking kids in school, because when they were doing that, there wasn't school shooting.
So let me go against yours, and then maybe you can go against mine. We can do that.
Sure.
So with yours, the only problem I have with that is, don't you think if we kept on with the spanking, in time someone's gonna be like, dude, fuck this shit, and then it's inevitable. It was still gonna come to the point of school shootings.
But like one every 10 years, 15 years. Statistically, I'll take that switch. I'm going to do my point? Yeah.
So with mine, I think we should reverse roles. I think these kids should have started shooting up schools back in the day, like when my dad should have shot up a school when he was getting spanked. Because that would drive me, you know what I'm saying? Like nowadays, if someone calls me names or you know, okay, maybe, yeah, honestly, dude, I don't know. Maybe if someone like fucking shoved a broomstick up my ass in front of the whole entire class, then I'd probably shoot up a school. But it'd have to get to that point. But like back in the day, dude, all it took was like if a teacher spanked me in front of my entire class, in front of my crush, in front of like my friends, the football team, bro, fuck that. I'm shooting up that school. I'm shooting that teacher. He's going to be the first one. I'm going to shoot him and then just go on a rampage.
Yeah.
So I think they should have started with that. In time, these kids would have been like, whoa, like maybe we jumped the gun a little bit. Let's cool it down, you know, like they don't spank us no more. So we got rid of that.
Yeah.
Let's stop the school shootings. We started school shootings because of the spankings. So they stopped spankings. Let's stop school shootings.
Yeah.
And maybe now we go to, we just like, now we maybe that'll change the outcome.
So you think the school shootings didn't start early enough in history?
Exactly.
They should have started in the 60s.
When did Columbine? When was that?
90s, early 90s, mid 90s.
1999.
Oh God, late 90s. Okay.
Yes. So we started school. We should have started school shootings way before that, like around my dad's time. My dad, I don't know. I know he's before this, definitely, 100%. So I think my dad, whatever my dad's time is, and I'll figure this out later, but whatever his was, that's when they should have started school shootings. That's my take on it.
You think
by 99, Columbine wouldn't have happened. I'm telling you.
Well, Columbine would have happened. It just would have happened in like 1988.
Oh, yeah. Once again, guys, this is a new segment we're trying, so bear with us. But that was good. We tried, right?
Yeah. Well,
and also,
we did.
I think we have to go back. We have to defend the shooters.
Dylan and the other guy?
Yes. You know, maybe.
I don't.
This is part of the segment. This is all comedic,
Even
guys.
25 years later, it's
this
like
is all
hard.
comedic, guys. This
Yeah.
is all just let's just see what let's just maybe this is
Yeah.
not everyone has their own story,
Okay.
and this is just to be funny, guys. All right, chill out, Emil. We talked about this. I don't know why you're getting so scared now.
I'm not scared.
You were all like, dude, fuck yeah, we'll do next. We'll do the 9/11. We'll do the
That was
Jews.
before you asked me to
piece of
defend the Columbine shooters.
Well,
I was a freshman in high school, dude.
I figure we just start out like with a bang, right? First segment, they'll be like, I like this. I like where this is going.
All right, well, you start.
No, go back to what you were saying. So you were in high school around this time.
I was a freshman, yeah.
Was this big news?
Of course.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Well, because you know how there's like theater shootings, but then like unless you're in that area, like I'm saying, was this...
Not only was it big news, I grew up in a house where my parents are immigrants and we're first generation, like born here. But like to them, having the news on all the time, like as background noise, like it didn't stress them out as much as it put stress on us. Because like we didn't know any better. They came from like crazier shit, even though there wasn't like 24/7 news in Iran. There was still like crazy shit going on that people were just telling you, this happened to this person, that happened to that person, this is happening to this town or whatever, you know? Mm-hmm. And so, like, to them, having news on all the time, like, it wasn't giving them anxiety or anything like that. But I remember it always being on.
I get that.
So, like, when the Columbine thing happened, it's not like they were like, all right, let's go play. You know what I mean? It was just on. And they were just like, oh, that sucked. Like, that's fucked up. And they're adults processing it. And we're just seeing it, exposed to it as... Well, I was a freshman in high school.
Freshman, okay.
Yeah, and I'm like just watching because dude, they were showing like kids running out, kids screaming, like
yeah, dude.
They were showing all the footage as soon as they got it.
Yeah, I've seen I've seen the document. I've seen all the fucking documentaries. Yeah. I think it's not interesting. It's fascinating.
Yeah,
it's just crazy. But no, I've seen, and they were saying like, yeah, back in the day, like ABC News and stuff would just show blood. They might blur out the face, but they would show like bodies on the ground blurred out. Now they won't even show that. Yeah. I think they barely even show a body bag. Yeah. But yeah, dude. So that was like Telemundo shit back then for like the U.S.
Yeah.
But damn. And so was it like a big talk in your school? Like were the teachers talking about it, or is it just something you watched at home?
I honestly don't remember. It was something I watched at home. Obviously everyone was talking about it, knew about it. Like, and it was like, it scared everyone and just put them in the like, oh, what if that happened here kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But no one like now how classrooms have locks and they have like protocols for...
I don't know if
when they go on lockdown, yeah. They do.
You know,
they do. Yeah. Schools are all capable of being locked down instantly.
Then how come there's still school shootings? Riddle me that, bud.
That doesn't mean they're not. I don't know. Does every single school have it? I don't know, but I know it. Like in this town, it's pretty common.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know, man.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
One time last year, I was picking up my daughter. And I'm one of those crazy parents that picks up like early. I'm there early because
You're like first in line.
I'm a stay-at-home parent, so I'm like one of the first few in line for sure.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's like, all right, I could just time it. I could like put a load of laundry in, go run an errand, go sit there early, be on my phone for 45 minutes, and then I got her, you know? Mm-hmm. So it was one of those things where she came out, and this might have been when she was in like the first grade, maybe. She was younger, and like at her school, like the younger kids come out first.
Yeah.
So I got her almost immediately after the bell rang, and we're pulling out of school, and I get a phone call, and I answer it, and it's like the automated. It's the school.
Yeah.
And they were like, "There's been a threat. Your child is safe. The school is locked down. Don't come to the school."
This is a recording, not actual.
It's a
person.
recording, and I might be butchering like what they said.
The fact that it's a recording,
but the gist, yeah, it was a recording, and the gist was, the school's locked down. Your child's okay for now. Don't come. The police have been notified. It's being taken, like it's unfolding, like something's happening. And so like I'm hearing it as I'm pulling out of school with my kid in the car, and like I just kept driving. I wasn't gonna like circle back, like, no, we gotta go save people or whatever. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And then almost immediately they call back and leave a message, or I think that one was automated too. Was that was a mistake? If someone accidentally hit like the alarm button or the panic button, like after school, whatever it was, and there wasn't a lockdown and everything was fine. I didn't freak out at any point because I had my kid.
Yeah.
But I definitely didn't like go back to help or
No, dude. And you know what? That's such a real reaction.
I didn't know it was a mistake.
No.
Even if it was real, like I got my kid, I'm going that way.
You're good. Yeah, dude. And like, oh, dude, this is such another good thing you brought up because I want to say you did the right thing. Right? You're like your family's safe. Yeah. Your kid is safe. What could you possibly fucking do? Are you Rambo? Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't know the situation.
Not at all.
And specifically if this is like a school shooting scenario and it's your kid's school and you're like, well, I could go. No, you don't know where this kid is. Do you even have weapon? Like, what do you like? It's best that you stay out of the way. Make sure your kids are safe. Your family's safe. That's cool. Now let the professionals deal with it.
Yeah.
And I know that's a bad thing to say because that's what I can't remember the term, but there's a term when everyone assumes someone's going to call the police and they don't.
Yeah. I don't know what it is either, but I know what you're talking about.
I wish I could search it up, but I wouldn't even know what to look that up. But yeah, so there's a term where like if you're in a car and you see a car accident and all these cars are passing by, no one calls the police because they assume that guy, someone in all these people are going to call. Eventually, no one calls. The guy ends up dying.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So I just feel like, yeah, that could be a way with the school thing. But no, dude, like you take care of your own. If for some reason you were there and you have the capabilities, you for some reason you fucking are in a place where you have weapons in your fucking trunk and you know what I'm saying? Or
and skills.
Because like think about this, dude. Like I know, and I have a kid now, but like you're a person with no weapon, no nothing. You're just gonna run in. What are you gonna do? There's gonna be another dead person. Like
I brought my kid back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So it's like be real about this, and in your situation, that was a easy decision. I think you made the right decision. I think a lot of people would agree with that. But I think the other way around would be tough. Yeah. Because
if I would have got that message, had she not come out yet?
Yes.
Oh, I would have freaked the fuck out.
Had your kid still been in school?
Yeah.
It was like around the time, you know what I'm saying?
I would have got out and like done one of these. I don't know if I would have ran in, kicked a window in.
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
100%.
I mean, I love her a lot, but I would have been smart. I would have checked it out.
You got to be smart about it. Like I said, it's one of those things. You're not just going to be gun ho running in, fucking. Oh, if you have nothing on you, if you have the arsenal to do it, by all means do it.
Yeah.
If you know you're training, whatever the fuck, or if you're trying to save your kid, whatever.
Yeah. The training is, I think, don't brush over that because you
can't just be. You're just going to be another school shooter. You're just going to be another shooter.
You can go to Toys R Us and get an arsenal. in our town.
Yeah. Oh, you got to explain that one now. So now you got, because that's another thing for the new year. We're going to talk about this eventually coming up soon. But in the new year, I do want to. We need to think more outside of Yuma, which I love Yuma, by the way. But I'm saying, like, when we talk, we can't assume everyone listening knows Yuma.
No, we can't. We just. So
I want people to explain it.
Yeah, what I just said is we have a.
Sorry.
It used to be a Toys R Us, and now it's a gun store where you can buy rifles.
But you left out the best part.
It used to be a toy. Oh, it still looks like a Toys R Us.
Yeah, it still has
They left it all Toys R Us out.
The only thing they took the letters off, obviously.
They took the letters off, but it's still all rainbow with the little giraffe.
Yep.
And then there's just an AR-15 in the window and the logo.
Yeah. And if you grew up,
and I haven't been in there, but I've heard inside still looks like Toys R Us.
that's scary.
I want to go now.
Yeah. No, and it's in our small town. Like, if you grew up here, you grew up in that Toys R Us. Like, I remember it. That's where I used to go for like a second. I was into collecting like the Fast and Furious little die-cast cars. Yeah. And that's where every month my dad talked to the guy and he was like, dude, if you come in this time, we get the new this, whatever. So we would go. Dude, Toys R Us had the shit. And I wish my kid could experience it, but whatever. We have Amazon.
He still can. You can still take him there.
Just to buy a gun now?
Just to buy a little assault rifle, a little baby's first assault rifle.
We should go in there because now I'm wondering, like, if you go in,
let's go in there.
Do the owners like play off Toys R Us a little bit? Like, did they try to be funny about it? Maybe there's like you know what I'm saying?
We got to go in there.
Is there like, are there like aisles where it says like kids section, baby section, and then it's like different?
We got to go in there.
We got to go.
We got to go in there.
How do we get to that?
But my point was...
What was our point?
My point was anyone
Bring
can
us
just
back.
have an arsenal. The skill set is the most important thing. If you were going to run into the school if something was going down.
Yeah, are you
the skill set?
Yeah,
because
sorry,
anyone can just get all the guns.
Mm-hmm.
If I went in there with 8 guns, I'd be murdered instantly.
Not only that, you're being selfish here. But if you don't have training, anyone popping out of any fucking corners, you're shooting them. So you're just going to turn into fucking school shooter number 2.
True.
Instead of saving your kid, because dude,
I'd shoot the principal first.
You would shoot through
not
doors,
knowing what was happening. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Anyone that'd be like, sir, pop. You turn around, like, dude. That's what I'm saying about training.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about who else you're gonna harm. But like I'm saying, there's so many other things you could go through, and like I said, these are just our opinions or whatever.
Yeah.
But yes, when the roles reversed in that situation, I mean, dude, do what you got to do, bro. Be a dad. Save your fucking kid.
Yeah.
Kill everybody else, but as long as your kid is fine,
go get a snow cone.
Get a snow cone after.
Yeah.
Right?
Snow cone guy doesn't know what's going on.
That's terrible, dude.
He's still operating.
Why you got blood all over your shirt, kid? Anyways.
I'll have a pina colada.
Do you want to get into the... We can cut this out, but do you want to get into the ways people have killed someone illegally and got away with it, or you just want to go into the holidays?
Let's get into the holidays.
You want to take a break, or you just want to go into it?
You want another drink?
We're going 40 minutes in.
Get a drink, do another second half?
I'm done.
Let's go.
All right, we'll take a break, guys. We'll be back.
Oh, we're going headphones? Let's go headphones.
I've been wearing headphones.
You've been wearing headphones the whole time?
Yes. Yeah. But I don't, you know the deal now. If you want to wear headphones, you grab them. Like, I don't want to have to be like, if you want to, otherwise I'm going to start treating you like a guest.
Yeah.
If I start treating you a guest, I'm going to be like, you want to wear headphones? You don't have to wear them. Yeah. I got to give you the spiel every time. I got to give a meal the spiel every time.
Yeah.
That's a good one, huh? Is that the title of the episode?
Spiel?
A meal spiel?
A meal spiel.
Giving a meal the spiel?
The Emil spiel.
You should start your own podcast. No, you shouldn't.
Tune in.
You fucking asshole.
We'll record every week. We'll drop it on time. Jordan's going to have to do all my editing for me.
I would.
Would you?
I would.
If I went off and did my own, if I said, fuck you today after this. And then
no. Wait. I'm a cuck like that. I would.
You would, huh?
Yeah, I'm a fucking.
You just watch me in the clips?
Yeah. And you
just
still
remembering?
I'd do it for you, and you'd still be a piece of shit to me.
No.
You'd still give me deadlines. Talk to me like I'm a fucking slave.
I would. But the Emil spiel.
You like that? You can have it. Give me
That sounds like a 6-minute episode.
Give me 10%.
Of what?
That could be a segment. If a meal spiel blows up.
The meal spiel.
It could be a meal spiel. We could do like...
And then I'll spin it off once it's successful.
Cuts to you. Dude, I'd be down. Just give me 10%.
Okay.
All right.
We'll start that segment, the meal spiel.
All right. You got to come up with it.
So every episode...
I gave you the title. You come up with it. Whatever you want to do.
I got to come up with like a rant.
Yeah. At least 5 to 10 minutes tops.
5 to 10. God damn.
5?
All right.
Lower or more?
Three
you
to
need
5.
more time?
3 to 5.
Whatever you want. It's your segment.
4.
All right. Well, all right.
Dude, that's a lot of time.
No. I'm saying whatever you want.
Okay.
I thought it was too much. I don't want to give you. I don't want to give you not enough. So whatever you want.
Okay.
Meal spiel coming soon. Coming next episode.
The meal spiel.
All right. Let's get into it, guys. Like we were saying, we were busy during the holidays, so we couldn't do a Christmas episode or a New Year's episode. But we're gonna kind of all bring it together now, and then we're gonna end it with what we expect into the new year. We're gonna do some gay shit like that.
Yeah, we gay.
Yeah, dude. And also, I was gonna say something. Fuck what I was gonna... Dude.
The holidays.
The holidays. Damn.
The New Year's.
New Year's. No, dude. Fuck. It was something good too. Whatever. We'll just get into it.
Damn.
All right. So first thing we missed was. Oh yeah. I know what I wanted to say now. Sorry.
What?
Sorry. We'll edit it if this is whack. But also I want to tell you guys, like most podcasts you listen to, I've noticed this towards the end of the year they're gonna get lazy. They're not going to give you a New Year's episode. If they do, it's usually going to be after the New Year. And like that week of like New Year's, they give you like a best of. We're not that. I'm not going to lie. Like it would be cool to do, but that's a lazy thing to do. You don't have to do a recorded episode. You just kind of cut together some clips of some shit you've done before. Bullshit. We gave you guys a fresh episode. It was actually the...
Fresh.
It was the 9/11 episode.
11/11.
11/11. It was
very different.
It was because 11/11 was Veterans Day, so I confused the two. All right, it happens sometimes, guys. 11/11, 9/11 happens.
Get the veterans in there.
It was a Veterans Day thing we did at the Yuma Dispensary, so make sure you guys check that out. But so we gave you guys a fresh episode. So I just want to say I think that was cool. You know,
shout out Yuma Dispensary.
Shout out Yuma Dispensary, obviously.
Go buy things.
They be hooking us up all the time. Yeah. Tell them Solve on the Pod sent you, and maybe hopefully they still have stickers there. They probably do because probably a lot of people don't say this.
So say it.
But yeah, is my gum chewing annoying you, by the way?
Yeah.
All right.
No, don't swallow it.
Swallowed it.
Oh no!
All right, dude, let's go.
Oh no!
I'll do anything for you, dude.
It's gonna take 7 years, they say.
Is my hat bothering you?
No.
All right. Thank you.
I didn't want to see what you would do.
Thank you for saying that. Yeah. All right, dude. So, like I said, we gotta
holidays.
What's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Emil, help me.
Reestablish, redirect.
No, we're gonna go back and talk about. We're gonna recap our holidays. Thank you. That's why you're my boy.
Yeah.
We're gonna start with Christmas. What'd you do for Christmas, buddy?
Stuck around town.
Let's start with Christmas Eve and then go into Christmas Day.
All right, Christmas Eve.
I don't even know what you did on the 23rd.
Christmas Eve, what did I do on the 23rd?
You fuck.
Or the
go 24th.
The 21st was a cool
leading
day.
Up to it. Okay, I got to start on the 19th. I'm sorry, but it's only going to make sense if I start.
It's only going to make sense. All right, so November was cool. No, New Year's Eve, we went to my mom's, and my mom cooked a bunch of bomb-ass food, ate it, chilled.
You see your sisters?
I didn't drink or anything. Yep. I have one sister who lives in town, one who lives out of town, but she came.
How's she doing?
She's doing good.
That's good. That's good, dude.
Yeah.
Did she ask about me?
I don't know if I like the way you asked that.
This is a side note. This is just... Did she ask about me? Did she ask about the podcast?
She did not.
Did she say anything about the podcast?
Your girlfriend texted me back.
What'd she say?
She said, tell Jordan to stop asking about your sister.
Did she really say that? Are you recording me, you fucking piece of shit?
You fucking piece of shit. Yeah, dude.
Which part's real right now?
The part that's real, she didn't text. Don't worry.
Okay, that's all I need to know then.
Text, yeah.
All right, anyways.
You fucking pussy.
You scared the shit out of me, dude.
Well, maybe grow a pair before you start hollering at someone's sister.
Call Cider
Scared
right
of
now.
Cider.
Call Cider right now.
Scared of Cider.
Call Cider.
No. Call her and say
Call
what?
her, huh?
Call her and say what?
No, I don't call her, dude.
I'll call her.
I'm not gonna do that. You're right.
You want to call her?
No, don't call her, dude.
I'll call her.
Call 911. Did you
Call 911
Hold on.
before you
Side note. Side note. Have you ever called 911 like when you were little?
No, when I was little, I did it on accident like last year.
Oh, that's lame.
And then I just hung up, and they called back like, "What are you doing?
What do you want?
What's going on?"
They call you.
And I was like, my kid grabbed the phone. I didn't think it went through, so I just hung it up. They were like, all right, dude.
911 call you. They're like, but now.
Yeah. They were like, all right, dude, bye.
They're like, oh, you don't want to talk to us?
They get off fast. They don't have time to fuck around.
No, dude. When I was younger, I called them. I was probably like 8 or 9 or something, and we were at a birthday party. And I was upstairs, and I had wandered into one of the kids' room, and they had like a house phone next to their bed. Mm-hmm. And I just called 911. As soon as they answered, I hung up. I was like, hee. Ran off. We're hanging out. Next thing I know, I hear like doorbell ring. Dude.
They came.
Cops came.
Damn.
Literally, I'm like, we all hear. So all the kids run. So like, it's not some of us do. So like, some of us look suspicious. All of us do. So we all look, and they open the door, and cops walk in, and whoever answered the door, like whoever the adult was, looked up at us, and we were like, oh fuck. Because obviously I did it, but everyone else was like, who the fuck? They all knew. Mm-hmm. You know, they were like, I don't know who did it. Mm-hmm. So I was fucking scared, dude, but they never found out it was me. No one ever snitched. But again, no one ever saw me.
Those are good cousins.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. No, they're pieces of shit. No one saw me. I snuck off into a room.
No one saw you?
No, I snuck off into a room, did it, snuck out.
So you just did that shit for the love of the game.
Yeah, dude.
Just your broken brain
at
a young age.
I'm a savage.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, you're right.
Okay.
I'm a cool guy.
I mean,
I call 911.
Yeah, all right.
I'll do it right now, pussy.
So on Christmas Eve, we went to
Christmas
my mom's.
Eve, yeah.
It was dope.
Sorry.
Ate a bunch of food. Christmas morning, we just did like the house thing. Let the kids open their presents. Chilled. And then went to my mother-in-law's for dinner on Christmas Day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any, did you get drunk? Or did you get... Hi. How are you?
I didn't really do much of anything.
Really?
It was a very sober
Christmas.
At least those couple days were pretty sober for me.
Nice.
Yeah, because I was trying not to eat too much, so I didn't want to be fucked up with all that food around and just like go nuts. You know.
That's where I fucked up, dude. I did that both holidays, Christmas and New Year's.
You got fucked up and ate it.
I crossed.
Crossfade.
Yeah, dude. I had to. Actually,
nice.
Actually, no.
But it results in some calorie intake.
Yes. But no, I did better this year. I only did that. I only went hard on New Year's.
Okay.
I'll tell you my Christmas, but yeah, New Year's I went hard. So no, I take that back. Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you my plan.
Yeah,
okay,
please.
yeah. So Christmas Eve, went to my parents, did the whole hangout, had a few drinks. I don't know, maybe because my kid's here now, and I know that
define a few drinks, because I've hung out with your parents. A few drinks to them is
no. They
party pretty good.
This is the new improved Jordan, all right?
Okay.
No, I probably had like 3 or 4 drinks.
Okay.
In a span from like
Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Probably from like morning to like 8.
How early in the morning?
Oh, like 11, 12.
Like you had a beer at home?
No.
You were there at 11?
Yeah, my parents, yeah. We start Christmas early.
Bro, Christmas Eve you were
Christmas
there at
Eve.
11?
Yeah, because I get there and we start everything. We do Christmas different, okay? I'm sorry if it sounds different to you.
What do you mean start everything? What do you guys
Is that too late?
No, that's early as
fuck. So for us,
11 a.m. on Christmas Eve?
So, okay, we're Mexican. I don't know if this is a Mexican thing, but our Mexican family, for some reason, we open presents like Christmas Eve, like at midnight. So everything starts. The big thing is Christmas Eve. Christmas Day is kind of like
that doesn't sound crazy to me. Opening gifts, even if you open them at 9 p.m. on Christmas Eve, I wouldn't.
So what's crazy to you about Christmas Eve? For me,
starting at 11 a.m.
We have to, because that's well, not we have to, but we want to, because that's the main day that we're gonna go crazy. We're not gonna go crazy both days. And I'm sorry, like it's for us. My family, it's a thing to party during Christmas Eve. So like we drink, we take shots and stuff. So like that's always been our thing. So we start early so we can have all that day.
Oh, I'm just being a nerd, huh? I'm just being
100%.
whack.
That okay? Yes. Now that you point that out, yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, I see that.
You're
now.
a fucking loser.
Yeah, I see that now.
You're like, oh wait, you guys stayed up past 10 o'clock? That's crazy. You didn't go to sleep for Santa? Santa didn't come and drop off. How did he ever drop off presents if you guys were up at midnight?
The
you fucking nerd.
late didn't make me feel weird about it. It was the early start. But as you were explaining it, I was remembering a time where
I get
a little choked up.
I too was young.
I get a little choked up.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
I loved to day drink when I could. So this sounds perfect. But I was being old and mad about it.
But okay, to your defense, I'm old now that I'm older and I'm more mature.
Yeah.
That it was a day drink that I had done like I hadn't done in a while. It's not something I do all the time. So I'm not over here like, oh, I fucking party. I'm cooler than you. No. But that's how we do I prepare for that Christmas Eve.
That's how it's set up.
Yes.
Because like we established, your parents' party.
100%.
Pretty good. Mm-hmm. They had more than 3 or 4 drinks. I'm willing to say.
Them for sure.
Yeah.
So Christmas Eve was
their house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so that's how we normally would do it. This year it's a little bit different. Like I said, didn't have that much drinks, so we called it like an early night, like around 9 or 10.
Okay.
Went back to our home. We just went to bed. Mm-hmm. Then the next morning, woke up, went to pajamas. Then we opened up presents. We got no presents. We already told our parents, like, hey, like, just if you want to buy us anything, just get us anything for the kid. We're totally cool with that. So all our presents were all for Oliver. So we went, and then that's when we just kind of went in. We went in pajamas. The Christmas Eve, we're normally a little more dressed up, like more festive and stuff. The next day is more just like, all right, we had our fun. This is normally when like the kids would wake up and play with all their gifts now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. I think what you do is dumb. I think what we do is the right thing to do.
Okay.
I think you should maybe reevaluate your life.
I am.
Yep.
Can I just say something about?
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, no, you go ahead. I don't want you to forget what you're gonna say.
I was just gonna say, I can remember it. I'm old. Okay, no, I already forgot it.
I'm gonna forget mine too now. You fucking been talking.
Okay, think your thing.
What were we talking about before? Fuck, I legit forgot.
My thing's wrong and your thing's right.
No, okay, yeah. But what was the main subject? What were we talking about? Christmas
Eve, how we celebrate.
Oh yeah, I don't remember.
You lost yours all the way.
I legit lost it.
Damn, I still have mine.
You guys just saw firsthand how it works. Okay, then go ahead. Maybe yours will remind me.
So what I was saying was how you were saying that you guys told your parents, "Don't worry about us. We don't want gifts. Just get stuff for the kids."
Oh yeah.
That was a formality, like you guys saying that. They were going to do that regardless. They're never getting you anything again.
No.
They're only going to get shit for the kid.
Once again,
I think
you don't understand my family and my parents. They asked for our Christmas list. We had to tell them, please don't get us anything. Like,
damn.
Yes. And I'm not bragging. And I'm not also being like, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
No. It's just, I feel like, no, like, you don't have to buy us anything. I appreciate, and they kind of would joke about that. Like, once you have kids, because this was when like they were like, don't have kids.
Yeah.
They're like, once you have kids, no more gifts for you, only for the kids. So so that was kind of like my thing to like not have kids.
Yeah.
I want to keep getting gifts, Yeah.
And
so now that I understand that we have a kid now, and I was like, and I realized how expensive kids are, and like certain toys I would want to get them. I'm like, you know what? I'll give you our list, but I'll give you a list of things that we need for him.
Yeah.
And that's all they got him. So that's why I'm saying that.
Okay.
You don't know my family. So I had to tell them. And I mean, and this will be a one-time thing. So you are right on the other end where they're probably like, well, you don't have to get them gifts, right? My mom's like, well, we should be nice and ask. You know what I'm saying? So you're probably right.
Yeah.
Like my dad's like, we're not getting him anything, right?
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying. Yeah. So next year, definitely. No, they're not even going to ask me.
Yeah.
They're just going to go straight to him. So
they might though. Cause I was definitely I was doing that as a bit to tell you like you don't matter. Only the kid matters.
I'm so bad at it.
But
you do. Oh, man,
I still get asked for my list too.
Oh, you do.
And I hate it.
You still do.
Yeah.
You and your wife.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. With my sisters and stuff, especially, like we'll all just tell each other what we want.
See, I love I love doing bits with you, but I also love when we like are on the same page because that's cool. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you think Do you think they're gonna ask me next year though?
Well, like, but they might. Yeah, I'm sure they will. No. I'm sure they will. If that's how they are and that's how it's been, like for us, that's just how everyone is. It's like, tell me what you want, and I'll get it.
Mm-hmm.
I just always say nothing. and then I immediately regret it. But I still say nothing.
Oh,
because like
that's a good point too.
My brain doesn't work like, hey man, what do you want? There's a lot of shit I want. Nothing I would think of asking you to get me. You know what I mean?
That's
like if I want something that's like $500, I'm gonna ask you to fucking get that for me for Christmas. No.
You try to think of a gift that you're like, I think not that's something they can afford, but it's something like
it's reasonable to ask that of that person.
If someone's legit asking me,
yeah,
then I'm gonna be like, okay, I'll give you something that I want, but it's gonna be reasonable to where I'm not gonna make you go fucking I want $1 million or I want a private jet. Like, no, I get that.
But then how much of that shit is on your mind to be like, oh, there's like a beard brush I want.
No.
There's like some house shoes I want. Like, you're not going to sit there and put that on the list.
I think
you're just going to be like, no, I'm good.
I think me and you are the same person in the situation where I'm not where like, I don't like throughout the years, I'm not like, or throughout the year, I'm not like, oh, I want that, or I want this on my list.
Just get it.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't have money like that.
I mean,
I'm not saying that.
For the stuff that's like, 20. I mean, come on, dude. Your cool hoodies or all your sneakers.
I appreciate the light. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
If you see some shit that you want throughout the year, you want a new pair of fucking kicks, you want a cool new hoodie, you just get it, right?
Yeah.
You don't go like, this will be a good one for the list because it's $50.
Mm-hmm.
It's like reasonable. I'll save that. No, you're just gonna get it because you want the hoodie or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like that. So when people ask me, what do you want? Well, I'm not going to ask you for this lavish shit. Mm-hmm. And I got whatever I felt like I wanted when I wanted it within reason. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I just say nothing. That's it.
Oh, I see. So for me, that's why I laughed, was like, there's usually a lot of things I do see that I want. But like when the time comes, like it's mainly Christmas and I guess my birthday. Yeah. Birthday's cool because I can still get something. Yeah, I'm still saved there.
Yeah.
But Christmas time, like when they ask that, nothing pops into my head. And even she'll text me fucking like December 1st. You know, I need your Christmas list. It'll take me a while. I'll have to like really start researching because I'm just not one of those people where like if someone was to be like, what would you want right now? I'd be like, I don't know. There's nothing I'm constantly thinking about. Like I want that. And maybe because I'm not like obsessed with something, but like you said, the minute they ask me and I say, "Oh, nothing," just for the kid, whatever, I instantly regret it because I started thinking about the podcast. That's the first thing I think of. Because as an adult, I'm like, I don't like what I need toys. What I need a PlayStation. No, I'm not gonna ask you for a PlayStation 5. You know what I'm saying?
Some mic stands.
Yes. Yeah. So if it's something, and actually, I mean, shout out to my parents. I'm not ashamed to say it, but like my first recorder was from my parents. My GoPro was from my parents. I mean, not that same year, but
that was your list, yeah.
Yes, and so they got me those things in time. So yeah, so they have like hooked me up and stuff. But like I'm saying, I'm totally cool with them getting just him stuff, and I don't need anything. But yes, I do regret it.
Yeah,
automatically.
Yeah,
but
you see everyone opening their fucking exactly what they wanted.
Not only that, you know what I miss as a kid the most of Christmas is. Not only getting, because like I said, we get our gifts at midnight, so eventually we pass out in the morning. As soon as you wake up, bro, before you even fucking brush your teeth, clear your eyes, you want to turn that fucking PlayStation on. Mm-hmm. You want to go outside and ride that bike. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the toys that are fucking waiting for you to be played with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, that's the excitement I miss. So, as an adult now, like, there are some things that, like, dude, for the podcast, if I got new mics or if I got a new recorder, shit, if we got like some shit where we could do like audio and like sounds and stuff, like an audio board, bro. That morning, Christmas Day, dude, I'm hooking everything up. I'm trying to figure it out. Like I miss that. So that's what I miss, like as an adult, like that waking up early and like, oh man, I have so much things I can play now.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But when your kid's a little older, you kind of get that through them. You know what I mean?
Oh no. I believe that and I expect that because trust me, we walk through like the toy store. Or like through Target, like the toy aisle, and we see like the kids' toys, like the baby toys. But then I go over and I'm like, man, I can't wait till he's like playing with like wrestling dolls, or like fucking race cars, or like Hot Wheels cars, or tech decks, or whatever, Because all that shit, like I would love to play it again, but I have no reason to. But if I have my kid, I'd love to play that. If he got into like video games, I'd be dope to get back into video games.
My kid's into video games, but he just has like a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah,
and we moved not too long ago, so we're still going through boxes. But I found my box with like my original NES, the Nintendo, and the Nintendo 64, and I'm trying to figure out how to hook them up. I don't know if I've talked about that already.
I'll help you with it.
I gotta, cause it's like the old ass system and a new ass TV. So I'm sure there's some adapter.
There 100% is an adapter. I had an old Super Nintendo.
Okay.
With the little purple tongue that you would pop the cartridge up. I had one, and it was the RCAs as well as like I forgot what other stuff. But yeah, there's little things you can buy.
We'll figure it out.
Like $5.
Cool.
There's a store here in town.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Because I'll play with you. What do you have? Nintendo 64?
I have a 64 and an original Nintendo.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'll help you. I've done this before. Next question.
But that's what I'm saying. You could do cool shit when the kid's a little older. You get to fucking...
That's what you were saying, yeah.
Put all your new shit or your old shit up.
But it would be tough
to it.
But wouldn't it be hard to...
I know you still got your tech decks because you went hard when you said tech decks earlier.
I fucking
You tried to sprinkle it in like, oh, he's into whatever, like cars, fire trucks, monster trucks, tech decks. Like, clearly, you were a fucking tech deck nerd.
Yeah, like what kid right now is playing with tech decks?
Yeah.
Unless, yeah.
Yeah.
No, dude, funny enough.
I'm pre-tech deck. We used to get skate catalogs and razor.
You told me. Okay,
yeah, razor blade the deck out. Like if you wanted, this birdhouse deck or whatever.
From like a CCS magazine or something? Like
CCS, exactly.
CCS, yeah, shout out CCS. Yeah.
All you had to do was, and back then you had to call to fucking sign up for it. It wasn't like you go online.
I think we mailed in because I would get the...
Maybe it was a mail in?
No. You were probably mail in. I was online by then. Mm-hmm. I could sign up and they would send me the magazine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we would just carve that out and then glue it to some cardboard and then carve that out and just fucking... No wheels, no trucks, nothing.
They just have like a snowboard.
You
had like a snowboard.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. So you guys are the pioneers.
We were. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Dude, but yeah, so tech decks were a big thing for me. And actually, funny enough, side note, I would say at least 4 out of 5 Target visits, I stroll by the tech deck aisle.
This day.
100% to this day. Because I always want to see, because nowadays, like, they be coming up with, like, some dope-ass ones that, like, I remember, like, decks that I wanted back in the day are now tech decks. Which back in the day, they didn't have them because, like, there was only
new, yeah.
Yeah, there was only like a few designs. Now there's like all of them, like all the cool designs. I like the actual skateboards I wanted. Oh, and by the way, side note, Primitive, this other skate company, Paul Rodriguez rides for them.
Okay.
They came out with handboards. So there's tech decks for the fingers. Then there's like a bigger board, probably about like this big. And it's like you can ride it like with your hand and shit. It was a thing for a while too. Tech Deck tried making it a thing, but those are cool because they're like actual like Paul Rodriguez boards.
Cool.
Anyways, but yeah, so dude, I'm big.
So that's what you're gonna force your kid to get into.
No, I'm probably
can't wait.
No, he can do whatever he wants. I'm probably just gonna start a tech deck thing on my side by myself.
It's like hope he comes over.
And I'm gonna be like, you want to start the podcast soon, or should we? You think we could make a ramp out of my laptop?
For sure.
Should we start the podcast right now?
Sure. Grind the whole top.
You know what I'm saying? Like I used to. As I'm brushing my teeth, I would fucking ride the bowl of my my sink.
Yeah, tight.
I'll do that now.
All right, tech decks.
But yeah, that was my Christmas. Like I said, Christmas Day, Oliver just opened his presents. We hung out with my parents, drank a little there, not too much, and then we just went home. Christmas was pretty chill. I think we're just getting used to Oliver, so like his sleep schedule, we don't fuck it up and all that stuff. So
you guys didn't hang with her parents at all?
Her parents aren't big into the holidays.
No,
they're not. What's the people that don't celebrate holidays?
Jehovah's Witnesses?
Whatever those people are, yeah, if it's Jehovah's or if we're wrong, whatever they are, they're not that, but they just don't celebrate the holidays like us people do, I guess. All they are Mexican and everything, but they're just like whatever they are, and I accept them, you know? But, and it kind of works out in my favor because my parents are very big on like the holidays, so like, I don't have to.
Doesn't care if you guys.
Exactly. It's just another day for them.
Thing, yeah.
If they're like, oh yeah, or if, she's like, yeah, we're gonna go hang out with his parents. Their parents are like, all right, cool. Like it's not. They're not like we're gonna come over here for the holidays. Like,
yeah.
No. So it works out.
That's kind of great,
dude. Yeah. Right?
That's kind of great. Yeah.
I think I picked the winner.
I think so.
7 years later, I think I picked the winner. Oh, dude, Elf on the Shelf. Do you do it with your kids?
Yeah, and don't talk too loud because they're out there somewhere.
Oh fuck, dude, I'm sorry.
We do it.
Why would they be out there?
We do.
Do I got to cut this out now?
We do it. No,
Oh, okay. Okay.
we do it.
So then let me ask you this. Am I wrong if my kid grows up and doesn't do it?
No, don't do it. I hate that we have to keep up this fucking charade now. It's a nightmare. Mm-hmm. Don't do it.
I don't want it. I don't want to do it because I was like, I didn't grow up on it.
Yeah.
And
me either.
the only thing I'm worried about though is when he starts going to school and like the kids he hangs out with and they start talking about like Elf on the Shelf and he's like, what? We don't do that. You know?
Yeah. Why don't we have one? Yeah.
Oh.
Was I bad, Dad? I didn't get assigned to an elf?
Be like, yes.
Yes.
It'll work in my favor.
Why?
Because he can blame.
Every year you tell him just this might be the year you get one if you act right.
Yeah.
And then when he doesn't get one, be like, well, do better next year.
Yeah, dude. Right?
Try harder, kid.
Yeah, dude. I think
Because that won't fuck him up.
no.
It'll be good.
He's gonna be a perfect person.
Totally.
So obviously then your kids believe in. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think back on like, not think back, but I think all the time about like, do you just let it run its course? Do you let them find out whatever way? And even if they find out, at what point do you stop backing it up? Do you stop being like, no, that kid in school doesn't know what he's talking about, and here's why? You know what I mean? Like continuing to feed into it. At one point, they're 9 and 6. Like at what point? I mean, the 6-year-old, yeah. And that's where it gets a little dicey. Their age range is like one's going to be ready and one's not.
Yeah. One's going to secretly be like, you know he ain't real, right? You know mom and dad are fucking with you. Like, it's going to be on a day when you guys like piss her off.
You remember when you found out? I feel like you're one of those kids that found out when they were like 6.
Is 6 like too old?
Young.
6 is young?
Yeah.
I
think.
Damn. I don't honestly, dude. I don't remember. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a big deal. Like Santa was a big thing. Obviously, we didn't have Elf on the Shelf, but Santa was a big thing. Leaving the cookies out the night before was a thing. I know what it was. I just explained it earlier in the story. But our family, it got to a point where they were like, oh, like we didn't go to bed at like 10 on Christmas Eve.
You're still partying, yeah.
Yes, we partied that whole night until like midnight. We treated it like New Year's Eve or like New Year's Day, midnight. Fucking, everyone's like, Merry Christmas, and then they just started handing out gifts. So then I think without my parents even telling me, it just clicked in my head. I was like, wait, we never went to bed. There was like, when did Santa come? We were awake this whole, like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, I guess he's not real. And then I think my parents, I would watch certain movies and I would catch on where that was like a thing, and I'd be like, oh, I guess that's probably why then. And I just accepted it. I don't think anyone ever told me, and I don't think I was all devastated. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I think I'm gonna keep the Santa thing going. But I don't know, the Elf on the Shelf. I'm gonna try not to, and I think the best way. I don't know. I might if they do Santa, I have to do Elf on the Shelf, right? They kind of go hand in hand.
They kind of go hand in hand. No, I mean you could do Santa without the elf, but it's just so damn popular now. Like you said, he's gonna hear about it. He's gonna know about it, and he's gonna ask you about it.
Like in a dream world, my ideal would be that I teach my kid like, hey, like big man isn't real, but don't ruin it for other kids.
Yeah,
and really explain to him like,
yeah.
hey, like some kids really do believe in this stuff because they kind of have to, you know, like explain that to him, and then just be like, look, but don't be like someone else is gonna do it. Someone you hang out with is gonna be like a snobby kid and ruin that dream for another kid. Yeah. Don't let it be you though.
Yeah, let
someone else ruin it. But I'm telling you right now, like we're the ones behind this whole operation, so that's that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe that's a bad approach or whatever. No. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like if I explain that with Elf on the Shelf, I'm going to have to do that with Santa. So, I don't know. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? We have one chance to scar him, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Good. Do you guys have a favorite Christmas movie you guys watch?
Favorite Christmas movie?
Yeah.
As far as like with the kids and stuff?
Actually, no, my bad. That was a general question. No, yourself. What's your favorite Christmas movie?
I like National Lampoon Christmas Vacation.
That is a good one.
I like Elf.
Really?
Will Ferrell. Elf.
It's a good one. It's a good one, but I wouldn't consider it like a top 5
all time.
Yeah, an all time.
I would. It's in my top 5. Home Alone.
Yes, 1 and 2.
I only watched 1 this year, but I would.
But you've seen
I would
2.
put 1 and 2 in there. Yeah.
Okay.
My kids watched 2 without me this year.
Damn.
Yeah,
That hurts.
I know. And then he got into like 3 and 4 and shit with like all these different kids. And
3's good.
It's just stupid. Is
3
good?
3's the first one they switched without Macaulay Culkin, which
And
was
it's
that
good.
kid with the little bowl cut, and he acts like he has chicken pox.
Yeah.
That's why he stays home.
Yeah.
And all the lands go down because of the snow and shit. But yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
It was cool.
Okay, I'll check
but
it out.
the other ones I haven't seen.
Yeah.
But that one came out in a time when I was all like maybe like 10. So it kind of was still like Home Alone was still like
It was
new to me.
Yeah.
So the third one was just like, oh, this happened like a year later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I like 3. The new ones I don't know. I've never seen them, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Home Alone's a good one though. What about A Christmas Story? Classic.
I watched it when I was younger, like when they would air it on like TBS or whatever.
Back to back to back.
TNT, like
Up until
like for a day.
Christmas,
exactly, yeah. I watched it a bunch then. It's not one that like I look for and put on. But I think the main ones are for me Elf, Home Alone, and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
You know what? I'm going to say this. Christmas is number 1. Actually, I'm going to say number 2. Number 1 is obviously my birthday, but number 1 being my favorite holiday. Right? But there's not like compared to like Halloween. Halloween's probably like a solid 3. Might even be like a close to 2. My birthday. But with Halloween comes like great movies. Christmas, I don't. There's not too many like amazing movies.
Yeah.
Like there's like a good like 10 that are like either memorable or like with the times or whatever. But like then there's a bunch of Hallmark movies that no one cares about.
Garbage,
Yeah, with Halloween comes every type of different scary movie. There's slasher, there's,
Thriller.
there's documentary. There's so many like crazy different ways. And every movie is somewhat good close to that time.
Yeah.
But like come Christmas, as much as it is my number 1 favorite holiday, I love everything about it. Not too big on the movies. So for me, like a lot of the like my biggest ones that I have to watch are Grinch, Jim Carrey.
We watched that. Yeah.
Dude. Yeah. Grinch, Jim Carrey, both Home Alones, actually all 3. Both Macaulay Culkin and whoever that other kid is. And then A Christmas Story. Christmas Story was almost like a childhood favorite that just like our parents were just like, we have to watch this every year.
You watched it this year?
100%. I watched it 3 times on Christmas. Well, I leading up to Christmas Eve I did, and then Christmas Eve I watched it twice. And I love it every time. Like especially like now that I'm older, I can like have access to other drugs. Like I can smoke weed and like it makes me giggle, like as a kid way, and I love it. Like certain scenes still catch me. Like I think it's funny, like when the dad slams the door on the neighbor's dog's ears. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, "Arr!" And he like has to open it to let the dog go. Like just little things are like funny about it.
The gags.
The gags, yeah. And like Fred Geely, not so much, but like just little things like that. Like I love that. Like when the little brother is like eating the food like a pig. Yeah. He's like doing that shit. Like, dude, it's so hilarious to me still. I can still watch that.
The tongue on the pole still gets you?
No, the one that does is that kid that's like, come on, smart ass, and do it. And he's got like buck teeth. Dude, like, or like,
I haven't seen this shit in so long, dude.
Dude, I watch it every year around this time. I love it, dude, but
I'll rewatch it.
You should, but wait till we'll watch it. Let's watch it this upcoming Christmas.
I can watch it. It's close enough.
No, dude, because it's a beautiful movie when you watch it with the Christmas tree next to the TV and like.
I still got my tree up, dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then watch it.
I'll do it.
Then watch it.
I'll do it.
Watch it.
I'll plug it in.
All right. What's the best gift you've ever gotten? What to you?
Oh my God. Am I a piece of shit? I don't know.
No, because the next question I was going to ask was what's the worst gift you ever got? But that's a terrible question because every gift is a gift and you should be happy you even got something. Yeah. But there are some terrible gifts I've gotten. But I'm not going to say them right here, right now.
I mean, the best gift I've ever gotten, dude. I don't know. My wife got me a bong one year when we were dating.
That's a cool gift from a wife or girlfriend at the time. The gift.
Girlfriend.
That's a cool gift from a gift.
It was cool.
Cool gift from a gift. That's
It
cool,
was
girl.
and it was a good bong.
That's cool, girlfriend from a gift.
It was a good bong. It was a nice bong.
Hell yeah.
So I'll say that for the best. And the worst, I don't know. Same.
No, you don't have to say worst.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm sure I've gotten like socks or something. But
that's not the worst gift.
I didn't think that it was bad.
I've gotten socks.
I always want socks.
Yes. When I like my second or third year into the Army, I asked for socks and underwear and toothbrush and toothpaste and stuff, and I got all that, and I was like, "This is perfect. This is exactly what I need," because I was living on my own stuff, you know. So I was like, "Cool. Now I don't have to spend my money on that stuff. I can buy other stuff."
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Alcohol.
So no. Yeah.
Beer.
Yes.
Yeah.
But liquor,
Cigarettes.
weed, cocaine, meth,
Tylenol.
Plan B.
Ooh. Yours were all good.
Fuck. But yeah, so I've never had a bad I've never had a bad gift.
Right.
But yeah, so what about has there anything you've ever asked for? It could be, obviously I want to go when you were younger, but something you asked for that you did not think you would ever get. You were just like, you know what, I'll fucking ask for this thing, I probably won't get it, and you finally got it.
I don't have something like that, but I do remember one year when I was like, I don't know, like third or fourth grade. There was a store in town in Yuma, and it was like a big warehouse type store. It was called Best, and they had like a big toy section. It was like a mini Sam's Club. It was like a mini Costco type thing. And you didn't have to be like a member to go there, but they had all the different segments that you could imagine.
Like a department store?
It was,
or like a
it was like a warehouse store.
Yeah, okay.
But it was like a smaller warehouse store that you didn't have to be a member. But they had like toys. They had like jewelry, furniture.
A little bit everything.
I don't know if they had clothes or anything. I don't remember that. But they had a lot of different things.
Yeah, we get it.
So I remember going around it, and there was like a thing I wanted for my Nintendo. It was one of these like mats where like if you stood in it, if you were playing like the track game, you could like run and it would like,
oh shit,
it would run.
Like the first VR.
It was like the first, exactly. It was
Yeah.
like a big thing. And then I remember my mom being like, "What's that?" Yeah, I was like looking at it, and I explained it to her. And I just didn't think they would get it for me.
Did you ask for it, or you just like
I didn't
showed
ask
interest
for it.
in it?
I showed a lot of interest in it. more interest than anything else I had up until that point in that trip, right? And then because I have like ADHD, I found this like little. It was like a keychain, but it was like a keyboard with like a speaker on it. It was like a guitar keyboard keychain thing.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So you would just like push the buttons and it would be like,
That's the one that you hold like a guitar, but it's a keyboard.
that.
Is that still a thing?
But it was like this big.
Oh, okay, keychain size.
And so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just stood there while my sisters walked around and like looked for stuff they wanted and played with this thing for like a half hour straight. And then so fast forward to Christmas morning, I'm like opening my shit and I get that little keychain guitar thing. And I was like, all right, tight. Like, what else did I get? And like everything else I got was not the first thing that I wanted. And that wasn't even the worst part. Was like later, like weeks later, I had a video game magazine or something, and I like flipped past that thing, and my mom was there, and she saw it, and she goes, "Oh yeah, I almost got you that." And I was like, "Wait, you almost got me this? I wanted this." And she was like, "No, you were way into that other thing." And I was like, "God damn, dude." So then I had to think about how I acted around things I wanted from then on.
That's like, dude, that's exactly where I was like, oh, you fucked up. And then I was like, I got to hear the rest of this.
Yeah. I think about that shit every day, dude. Devastating.
But that's so dumb of like our parents to think like, That's what I wanted.
Just get the doper thing.
How much was that little mat thing, by the way, at that time?
I know you're immigrants. I know you never seen a video game system. But like a thing that I would have stood in and gone like this, and the dude on the screen goes like this, versus fucking a little keyboard keychain that played like 5 notes over and over.
And I don't know like how your dad speaks, but I assume he'd be like, "Why the fuck? Why would he want a carpet?
Oh yeah,
why does he want a rug?"
He had no accent.
Okay,
he was the most.
Why did he would just be like, "Why the fuck
would
why would my son want a fucking carpet? Like, why does he want a rug? Like, no, get on the fuck." You know what I'm saying?
What is
like,
that? Yeah.
Especially being like an immigrant.
But also, it might have been like he seemed way more entertained with like the $12 thing than the $50 thing.
He was like, I guess it doesn't make sense, but all right, I guess you're right.
We'll go with it.
Damn, dude,
ruined my life.
That's a good one.
Thanks.
That's really.
Thanks.
I'm
over it.
That's good though. It's all right, man.
But you haven't had a worse gift.
No, dude. Honestly, even like
earlier, you said
what
you might have, and you were going to touch on it, but now you're saying you.
Well, no, I meant like I can see where like some people would assume like underwear or socks or like a toothbrush.
Oh, right.
A bad gift.
But you wanted and needed all that.
Yeah, but sometimes I'll just be like, fuck it, like that's cool. Okay, it's still I find use in anything I ever get
for sure.
And I'm not trying to be like I'm perfect, but
that's healthy.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. People are going out of their way to like.
Dude. That's why because I don't expect gifts ever. So whenever people like give me a gift, even if it's my parents, like I'm just like, oh man, thank you for even thinking about me.
For sure.
But like to me, the thought that counts really does matter. But something I want to end with Christmas. I've been seeing this a lot. I think you have too. I don't know why people are doing it. I'm not calling anyone out specifically. I just see this people's stories. But for some reason, people are out here. They're taking pictures of their family for Christmas cards or holiday cards. You know, everyone gets those. And they're asking publicly on their Instagram, in their stories where everyone can see this, and just takes a picture of their Christmas card and says, if anyone wants one, message me and message me your address and I'll send you one. First off, why the fuck would you want to send a Christmas card or a holiday card of your family or whatever it is to just anyone that wants it?
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Is it weird or am I? Because I saw it a few times. It wasn't like just like one or two. Like I was like, is this a thing now?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it all depends on like the type of person and how they value like different levels of friends. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do that.
But at that level, you think,
I don't know.
You think 435 people are your friends on Instagram?
I think that's nuts. I wouldn't do it. Like if I want to send you a card, I will hit you up and I'll be like, hey bro, remind me your address. And people hit me up this year for that. And like those people immediately respond, obviously. Yeah. It's my friend asking for my address. I would do that. I wouldn't put it out on Instagram and be like, if you want one, holler at me. And then like what no.
Dude, I was thinking, I don't know why I didn't think about this at the time, but I wish I would have messaged one of the, because like some of them were like just followers. I don't know who they are. I just saw their story.
Just fuck with people.
Just be like
Jordan Atondo 55376.
Just be like, hey, can I get one? And then just have to be like, yeah, okay. Like you can't say no to me.
Are your kids on it?
Or they say, can I get a picture of what it looks like? Can I get an example?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just you and the husband. No, I don't. Never mind.
I'm good.
Do you have one with the kids? Preferably just the kids.
Good.
Dude, isn't that fucking weird? You're just sending your family photo, or because like for instance, ours, I wouldn't do this specifically with ours. Ours Christmas cards were just our kid. And we only gave them to like my parents.
No, we've done
like even you didn't get one.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying?
Too. Yeah. No, for sure. but like, so I feel like those people are just being lazy by being like, hey, if you want a card, give me your address. I don't think they're going to automatically send it to everyone who says, I want to see it.
Now I fucking wish I would have ask just a random person.
Just to see them be
Just
like,
to be like, no, they're just giving them
nah.
out to anyone that asks.
Yeah, next year.
Like a free newspaper. They're just like, fuck it, I'll grab one.
Next year.
People just
we'll
like,
do a
fuck it.
segment. See how many random cards you can get.
They're just like, fuck it. Give me a card. Let me see what your family's all about.
Bought 'em.
Like, what the fuck?
Fucking Shutterfly had a sale. You get one.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
But that was just something I saw within the recent holidays, and I thought I'd share with you. I thought it was fucking weird.
Interesting.
Kind of pissed me off.
We'll do an experiment next Christmas.
We will. All right, next holiday. We just passed New Year's.
New Year's.
Happy New Year's, brother.
Happy New Year's.
We're welcome to 2024, guys.
Yeah.
It is January 5th. Welcome 2024. What'd you do for New Year's?
Not much. My wife and kids were actually out of town. They went on a trip.
New Year's Eve end day? They were gone?
Yeah, they were gone for about 4 days. And I wanted to go. I didn't want to go, so I didn't. I don't know why I said I wanted to go. I didn't want to go.
You lie and then tell us the truth right away.
I had gone to Hawaii. We drove to LA for Thanksgiving. And we traveled a bunch earlier in the year. I'm just like done. I was like just done traveling. So, and my wife's super cool. She was super down to just like handle the kids and go. And luckily her mom went with her. So they were one adult per kid. They were good. And I just hung here, man. I hung here, cleaned up a little bit, and went to one of my best friend's house on New Year's Eve, and just very low key, like just a few of us. I had one drink, sat by the fire, did the countdown, hung out for like a little more, and then went home.
Nice.
That was it.
So you stayed up till midnight?
I did.
I respect that.
And
because a lot of people don't do that.
And I thought I was good, and then like right when 11 hit, I just went into like dad in my chair mode.
You're like, I just got to survive till 12.
I just got one more hour. Like I hit a wall, dude, at 11. It was
I don't know if you said this. Were you drinking or any sweet or anything?
I poured, and it might have been, I poured my first drink at 11. So I don't know if like the first sip made me tired.
Probably.
And then I kept drinking it, and then it kind of got me like through the next couple, hour and a half or whatever.
A little buzz, yeah.
So, yeah, I only had the one, and I had it late, but maybe like your Columbine should have happened in 1988 stance. I should have had my first drink at 9 instead of 11.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I would have been real good going into midnight.
Oh yeah. You just started a little too late, bud.
Yeah.
It's all right, dude.
That's what it is.
You're old. It happens when you get old.
Next year,
dude.
Everything
if you
next
survive,
year.
if you make it till next year. I'm just kidding.
I'll try.
I want you here, Emil, by the way. Next
do?
year and every other year after that. So don't go thinking crazy, buddy.
Okay, I won't.
Don't go thinking about shaving your beard, you weirdo.
I won't shave my beard.
So I went to El Paso. I know you didn't ask, but I'm just going to say it. I went to El Paso for New Year's.
You were going to tell us.
I was going to tell you anyways. Whether you want to hear it or not.
Why'd you go to El Paso?
My bestest friend in the whole entire world is stationed in that area. So
This is a friend from when you were in the military?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was he was like my boy.
Cool.
And and that's why I know he's a good friend, because I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm not the best at being like a good friend, like as far as like keeping in contact, especially if we're like miles away.
Same.
So with him, something just worked, and he, even if like when I don't message him after so often, he messages me or vice versa.
No one takes shit personally.
No one. Yeah, dude. We can go like, we can not talk for like months and just see each other and just hang out like if nothing ever happened.
That's a good friendship. Dude,
it's amazing. So we went down to go see him, drove down. It's about an 9-hour drive. Really great. It was the first road trip with the kid.
Straight through?
Straight through. Yeah, I left after work around like 4 or 5. We got there in El Paso around like 1 or 2. Mm-hmm. It was dope. Hung out with them. Didn't plan to do much. They were on vacation for their Christmas. They had just got back from a trip. So like, and I surprised him. Me, Saida, and his wife were all in a group chat trying to surprise him, and it ended up working out. So tough. I'm terrible at fucking surprises. But dude, we literally like, we walked up to the restaurant and just walked in front of him, and I was like, hey, can I sit here? And he was like, He's like, what the fuck?
Ah.
And then, yeah, it was cool, man. Like, I've never surprised anyone like that. So it was really cool. And it was funny because before that, he was such a good friend. He was like, after Christmas, he was like, so like, when do you think I can see you again? Like, should I go down there? Because, dude, he's such a good friend. He's been down here like 3 times.
I met him, I think.
Oh, yeah, you met him. We came to a show. Dude, he's my boy. So it was my turn. I went up, and they're not that far. So we went over there. It was good. New Year's Eve. Not that I'm younger than you, but I am.
Mm-hmm.
But, and not that I'm cooler than you, but I am. But we started like around like 1 on New Year's Eve.
Okay.
His wife, shout out to Erin, by the way. I don't know if I can say that. I might have to bleep it out. Shout out to his wife though. She was our like mixer all night. I didn't have to drink any beer because that's the only thing is like I like to make mixed drinks. I don't really care too much about beer, but if at some point I'm tired of mixing and I'm just like, fuck it, give me a beer, dude. I don't want to do. So she was our bartender all night. But I also shout out to Yuma Dispensary once again. Make sure you guys go to Yuma Dispensary.
Yuma Dispensary.
Tell them Solomon Pod sent you. But they also had given me a 100 milligram the chocolate bar, so I took that. I took 50. I only did half. Gave my buddy's wife a little piece. We both had fun. It was dope. But I also crossed. So I also was drinking. She made us what is it? The coffee mimosa, or what are they called? The coffee
Espresso martini.
Espresso martini. Amazing. Had like 2 of those, but I got super jittery, so we switched it. Had a few other drinks. I got pretty fucked up. Not gonna lie, dude. But New Year's was cool. Woke up the next day, didn't feel the best, but you know it is what it is. You push on.
You push on.
And now we're here.
And now we're here. The 3rd.
Yeah, dude.
Or the 5th.
5th. It's the 3rd now, but the 5th this will be out. But yeah, and then for me, 2024 kind of started in a bad way, but I'm taking a different approach mindset wise. I do have goals, but I like my mindset's changing. Okay. So for instance, my Jeep took a shit while I was on vacation because I took my parents' car. My car was a little bit older, so I was like, I'm not going to take it all the way to El Paso. So their car was like more reliable. Took their car. Literally as soon as I get there, my dad calls me like, yo, like you got this leaking. And I'm like, what the fuck? I guess I had a leak in something. So like my vacation ended. And actually when I was there, I was like, fuck it, dude. Like I'm here in El Paso. I'm with my best friend. I'm with my girl. I'm with my baby. Having a good time. There's nothing I can do. My Jeep's back home. It's fucked. I'll figure it out when I get there. So I just had fun. And then I get back and then I deal with the Jeep. And then I was just like, fuck it. Like it's just something. But I didn't let it get to me, which I normally do. And I think going into the new year, I think that's where like I know shit's going to happen. Obviously, I already had like a start to a bad year, but I'm not going to be like, oh, fuck, 2024 year's trash. We'll try 2025.
Yeah. I'm
not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm changing my mindset. So I think going into that, I think we should talk about our New Year's resolutions, and I think we should end with this.
Yeah.
What do you want to go first?
Resolution wise, yeah, I feel like I got a lot of the usual. I want to work out more. I want to do more stand up. I want to be consistent with the podcast.
Real quick, you can't say usual. Because to everyone listening, this is the first time they're hearing this.
Yeah,
and I'm being realistic because we've never talked about.
I say the usual, and what I mean is like
okay, whose stand up is
what you would expect, but just what you would expect of like someone wanting to do more of what they're doing and do it more consistently and better. Whether it's like if you're a fucking whatever, a baseball player, you want to play more baseball. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I'm obviously into this podcast, into stand-up. I want to do those things more and more consistently. And then health, everyone always wants to focus on health. So like I just want to continue. I lost some weight over the last couple of years. I want to keep doing that, but I haven't really been working out a bunch, so I want to focus on that aspect of it. So maybe that's not like usual, but whatever. I feel like it's like I don't have any crazy lofty goals is my point. I just want to be realistic with it. Even with like where I go, I want to be more consistent with podcasts. I don't think like we've talked, and I don't think the goal that we set for ourselves is like nuts. You know what I mean? When I think of like health, I think I wrote down workout like 3 times a week. In the doable. In the past, it's like I'm gonna work out every day. And then you do that shit for like 3 weeks, and then you're like, cool, see you next year. You know, I just want
you burn yourself out too early.
Everything to be reasonable and attainable. Spanish, I studied it in high school. I've had Duolingo on my phone a couple different times where I just fucking like brush up on the basic stuff. I still know some of the basic stuff. I want to go back to doing that every day just to strengthen like that part of my brain. I want to read more. Just want to do things because I feel like I'm going to have Alzheimer's at 50 if I don't start doing something to exercise my brain. You know
I feel that. Well,
what about you?
In the new year, we will give you more responsibility, so you'll have.
Well, I mean, you have to do all that.
No.
You have to do all that.
Sounds like you got a lot of free time, buddy.
I'll read a book.
You dick.
I'll start reading Lord of the Rings.
For myself, so we talked about this before, but with the New Year's resolution thing, I've done them before, like to myself as well as like I think the past New Year's on the podcast. I think I did a New Year's resolution thing,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It kind of feels corny to me. I feel like if I have a plan, I should just keep it to myself and just like not so much a New Year's resolution, just like a plan, because I'm at the point where I don't believe in like, January 1st, 2024, everything in the past just goes away. And now I'm just like swipe clean. I start from the beginning and these are my goals. So I really believe in just, So I'm just once again being realistic. Mm-hmm. So I'm picking realistic goals. Fucking obviously I want to do a simple goal. I think would be, I want to do more stand up. Mm-hmm. I want to be more consistent. While I say that, we're missing an open mic right now.
We are missing.
I don't know if I should point that out. Should I?
That's fine. We are missing an open mic to record this episode, but that just goes back to we are trying to be more consistent with this podcast. We live far apart from each other. It's the time frame we had, so
it's a sacrifice we had to make.
We're trying to figure it out, but
yeah.
It's all, at least it's for something on the list.
Yes, thank you. And actually, that's a good point. I think about that. Yes, as much as I do, and like I'm not being like, oh, like I'm a fool. I want to do stand up stuff. No, I legit, like we've been talking about it. Like, man, I really wish I was there right now. Like, I kind of regret not going. But
there was a moment during our break where we thought about not finishing the episode and going. Yeah,
not continuing after. But I think we had already started this. We didn't want to half-ass the episode. And I think part of in both of our New Year's resolutions was really to focus on the podcast. So we would already be fucking up by doing that.
Yeah.
And I know another goal was to do stand up, but it was literally
it's January 3rd. We'll figure this thing out and get it balanced.
Yes. So obviously more stand up when I can. For sure for the podcast, at least an episode once a week. We were doing, and I know it's possible. The goal though, and I hate to say this out loud because I don't want people to pressure me.
Say it.
But I'm gonna say it because you know it. So what I'm saying is that not only me knows it.
Okay.
So this year I want to have an episode out every week.
Okay.
And I know that's crazy, and I really hope we at least make it to like February
before we bail.
But I just don't want like week 3 to be like
we're gonna do it.
Yeah,
we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
And step 1 to that was missing out on the open mic and having to do this, and not having, but I missed
committing
you.
to this.
Yes, committing to this. I've missed you. I've been itching to record an episode. There's so much stuff I've been wanting to talk about.
Yep.
Obviously, great episode. I think you did amazing, Emil.
Thanks.
As always. I'm looking forward to 2024. Not to be corny, but I think this is our year, buddy.
This is our year.
This is our year, dude.
Let's do it.
This is the year. Everybody, Emil, I love you.
I love you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you for 2023.
Thank you.
Not to be gay, but looking forward to 2024.
To be gay.
All 20 views we get every time.
I'm also looking forward.
Emil, any last words you got to say? Anything you want to say?
Follow me on Instagram, Emil Comedy. Support local comedy wherever you live. Subscribe to our podcast on YouTube. I love you.
I love you, Emil.
I love you.
We're out, guys.
Bye.
Happy New Year's.